Today you can hear recommendations for 4 great books that will help you get rid of overthinking. Let's get started. Help Me Stop Overthinking: The Ultimate Guide to Stop Overthinking and Live Your Best Life by Vaughn Carter. Quiet the chaos in your mind and reclaim your mental space with this empowering guide. It's 3 a.m. yet you're still wide awake, replaying that afternoon's meeting over and over, wondering what you did wrong and what you could have done better. As it inches closer to sunrise, you're preoccupied with another concern: how much sleep you're going to get, if any, and how tired you're going to be at work. As the day progresses, your thoughts continue to spiral, leaving you frozen with indecision or overwhelmed with anxiety. Whether you're fixating on how much to tip, overanalyzing a text message, or imagining the worst-case scenario, overthinking is a stressful waste of time. When overthinking is your constant companion, it can feel impossible to take action or focus on anything. As a result, your career, your relationships, and your well-being all suffer, overtaken by your regrets, fears, and anxieties. But your thoughts don't have to control your life. You can take back control of your mind, stop overthinking, and actually appreciate and enjoy life. With the guidance of this book, you'll be able to cultivate a more mindful approach, gain more clarity, and navigate uncertainty with confidence. In this helpful resource, you will discover why you can't stop ruminating. Take a closer look at the science behind chronic overthinking and how the brain's inner workings can fuel obsessive thoughts. How much is too much? How to tell if you're thinking productively or if you're just overthinking. 10 insightful self-reflection techniques that can help reveal the roots of your overthinking. How to focus on the present instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. And what to do when your mind starts to wander. The power of putting pen to paper: how journaling can help you untangle the knots in your mind, with tips on how to get started. How you can ease your overthinking by overthinking. Discover a more helpful way of overthinking that doesn't disrupt your life. The daily habit you're probably doing that's triggering a whirlwind of anxious thoughts, and how to wean yourself off. Tried and tested tips to calm your mind and body down when your mind starts to race. And much more. When you've been living with overthinking for too long, it can be hard to suddenly stop cold turkey. Like all habits, it will take time and effort to change your tendencies. But the end result will be worth it: a calmer mind, more peaceful rest, and more time and energy to devote to the things that really matter. Start on the path to mental freedom and embrace a more mindful and fulfilling existence. Nowadays, there is almost no person who is not affected to some extent by overthinking and the difficulties that come with it. Most of us live extremely stressful lives, which is accompanied, among other things, by this kind of thinking disorders. That is why books of this kind are very important. The author wants to help the reader through 7 varied and essential chapters for a better understanding of the topic, all of which are very well developed and equally important. I recommend this excellent book to everyone who wants to understand what might be behind their overthinking and who wants to put an end to this oppressive burden at the same time. This book will help you do that. The Overthinking in Relationships Fix: Toxic Thoughts That Can Destroy Your Relationship and How to Fix Them by Rodney Noble. Does your mind run wild when your partner takes a bit too long to text back? Do you find yourself creating elaborate stories about their whereabouts, none of them good? If constant overthinking is turning your happy relationship into a battlefield, you're not alone. This book will be your lifeline. It dives deep into the toxic thoughts that can creep into any relationship, whispering doubts and insecurities. You'll learn how these overactive mental gymnastics can sabotage your connection and leave you feeling anxious and drained. But fear not. Through step-by-step exercises and real-life examples, you'll master how to stop overthinking, dismantling unhealthy narratives, and communicating with confidence. Imagine a world where you can trust your partner and enjoy a healthy, secure relationship. This guide shows you exactly how to get there, with easy-to-follow techniques that empower you to take control of your thoughts and emotions. Along the way, you'll discover proven methods for healing anxiety and overthinking, tools to calm the intrusive loops of relationship OCD, and prompts that pair perfectly with any anxious attachment workbook, so your progress sticks for the long haul. Don't let overthinking steal your happily ever after. Take the first step toward a calmer, more fulfilling relationship today. Rodney Noble's book on overthinking in relationships is a fairly well-structured, well-written, and timely piece. Overall, it's not a long book, but the topics it covers are, in my opinion, all the more important. It contains 10 well-researched, interesting, and extremely useful chapters, including topics such as overthinking patterns and how to fix them, the connection between overthinking and anxiety, overthinking in long-term relationships, and, for example, what I personally really liked, the connection between overthinking and happiness. Since some people really tend to overthink in their relationships, i.e., attributing things to signs that are not, I think books like this are very important these days. Many people take friendly conversations, overtime, or if the other person doesn't answer the phone for some reason, say, because they can't hear the ringing, as signs of cheating, and then jealousy and blaming the other person begin, which can slowly but gradually poison even completely healthy relationships. The author explores these problems and tries to find solutions to them that prevent harmful overthinking from being detrimental to relationships. I recommend this great book to everyone, both to those who just want a good read that talks about interesting but important relationship topics, and to those who feel they have a problem with this thing, or perhaps it's their partner whose overthinking is starting to cause problems. For them, I think it's a must-read. The Overthinking Introvert. The Overthinking Introvert. Healing Awakening and the Alchemy of Consciousness, Transmuting Pain into Power and Fear into Freedom, Divine Science, Ascension and Destiny by J. D. Abdallah. The Overthinking Introvert is a transformative odyssey into awakening the spirit and enlivening the soul. Weaving together the unparalleled wisdom of timeless ancient traditions with newly discovered modern scientific revelations, it is written to inspire personal growth and spiritual discovery. Awaken your inner strength. Discover untapped personal power and nurture latent spiritual and supersensible abilities. Blend timeless and modern insights. Combines ancient traditions with cutting-edge discoveries in quantum physics and consciousness studies. Challenge conventional thinking. Break free from outdated orthodoxy and the overemphasis on IQ, embracing intuitive wisdom and heart-centered intelligence. Address the modern struggle. Tackle the epidemic of restlessness, hopelessness, and distraction caused by mechanical thinking and undeveloped inner life. Empower transformation. Harness the mind and heart as tools to transcend limitations and become architects of your destiny. Navigate the great work. Embark on a sacred quest through the dark night of the soul and the crystallization of pain. Embrace a new era. Catalyze humanity's evolution by letting go of ego-based illusions and co-creating a world of justice, equality, and true freedom. Unveil hidden truths. Explore ancient technologies, lost civilizations, and spiritual gifts to reclaim your superhuman potential. Live with purpose. Fulfill your collective destiny by serving humanity and the divine, creating heaven on earth. I liked this unique, well-written, and very encouraging book. It contains profound themes, but besides the fact that it contains many philosophical thoughts, it is still down to earth, draws from the old times, and focuses on the present, as well as the future. I also liked the quotes, as well as the pictures, which make the book even more diverse and enjoyable. If you want to get out of the gray everyday life and are looking for a supportive, encouraging, and motivating book, which will help you get to know yourself and the world around you better, set new goals, and overall become braver, more motivated, more purposeful, choose this book. The Overthinker's Guide to Happiness. Rewiring Your Mind for Joyful Living by Michael Erickson. Break free from the cycle of overthinking and reclaim your peace of mind. Do you find yourself second-guessing every decision, replaying conversations, or worrying about things you can't control? You're not alone, and you don't have to stay stuck in your head. The Overthinker's Guide to Happiness is your step-by-step roadmap to quiet the noise, build confidence, and create stronger relationships at work and in life. Written in a warm, supportive style, this book skips the fluff and gets straight to practical tools you can use right away. Inside, you'll discover how to stop the spiral of overthinking with simple grounding techniques. Replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. Make confident decisions without constant second-guessing. Strengthen your relationships by letting go of what-ifs and doubt. Build the self-esteem you need to live more fully in the present. Short, direct, and easy to follow, this book gives you the clarity and confidence you've been searching for. If you're ready to stop living in your head and start living your life, The Overthinker's Guide to Happiness will show you how. I think this is a good book on the subject of overthinking. Since many of us generally live extremely stressful lives, which includes such thinking habits, among other things, books like this are very important. The author aims to help the reader through 19 diverse and very thorough chapters, each of which is very well developed and extremely professional, but still easy to understand. I recommend this great book to everyone who wants to understand what could be behind their overthinking and who also wants to put an end to this oppressive burden or somehow manage it. I believe that this book will provide the necessary professional background and will help anyone who needs IT. If you liked this book recommendation and would like more similar content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The availability of the books can be found in the description. Happy reading and see you next time.